Alright, we are streaming. I'm doing this for the heck of it, because I'm bored. And I'm also tired, so I'm just gonna have a, chill, relaxed time. I'm gonna be talking to myself, obviously. What else would I be talking about? Okay, I think I have everything turned on. I think everything's going well. Alright, I've already started this game. But just trying things out. Doing something different, I guess. Never done YouTube before, so let's hope it goes well. You know what? I'll talk about my day. Pretty basic day. Um, there's not really much I do when I'm, relaxing, chilling. I have been procrastinating with school, which hasn't been the best thing. But, at least, I'm aware of the not paying attention to school. But it's because, I just don't have a reason to show up, I guess, if that makes any sense. I guess when I'm having no classes, it makes me want to not show up. But maybe that's a bad sign of doing that. I have been looking for a job, but I've always been trying not to do, low-paying jobs. I'm done getting paid $10 an hour, and then working 8 hours for only $80. Come on. I need my bread. So I have been trying different jobs. I really want to go to Home Depot because a lot of my family does a lot of Home Depot work, I guess. When I say Home Depot work, I mean they do a lot of works and crafts and shit like that. So I feel like it would just be a good idea of doing it. Anyways, but yeah, I definitely need to get a better job, or get a job in general, because I am getting a little broke. Don't want to go into my savings, because I saved a bunch of money when I was at Gaines. I mean, fuck the job, and I did save a lot. I did have a big spending spree when I got out of the job. I was like, fuck it, I can spend some money. And then I got broke, after, a month later. That sucked. But I guess that's, trial and error. Can't be perfect. There isn't much else, I guess. I mean, besides from my, normal day, I just relax, sleep. I went out with my mom, or rephrase, I went to go eat out with my mom. So we went to go get Blaze Pizza, which actually was pretty fun. I love Blaze Pizza. I had it with my friends when I started working out after a bad story, bad relationship, thing. But it was It was good. I loved it when I was with my friends. Maybe it's just because the time and the place of it was, you know, nice, relaxing. I didn't have to really stress about anything. But yeah, my mom liked it. She's definitely very extra. And when I mean by extra, I mean like she's extra. But I guess it's because they didn't have garlic, and so she just wanted her garlic on her pizza. And I was like, okay. She made it so extra, like she kept going after like 10 minutes waiting, or like 5 minutes. She would just go back out there. You guys got the garlic? And I was like, Mom. But, you know, I guess you get what you pay for, so she wanted to get her money's worth, you know, which makes sense. Honestly, and it's not that bad. I mean, for what you get, for the quality of it, it's really good. I think mine was like 12 something, but you know, it was still pretty good. I did enjoy it very much. I try to download a few games, you know, try to figure out what's good, what do I like. I was playing this game called Cursed, I guess. It's a very old, what do you call it, Battle Royale game. And it's just not my style, I guess. I guess the settings aren't good, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel like a good controller game. Like, there's a lot of games that feel good on a controller, and there's a lot of games that don't. And this was one of the games that didn't. So I was like, oh. I tried it out. Hated it. But, you know, it happens sometimes. But my friend actually bought me, or he didn't buy me this game. He recommended it. He's a good homie of mine. He's my brother, basically, I guess. But he wanted to play this game because he bought it, and I was like, you know what? I mean, I like playing video games with him, you know? So I bought it, and you know, it's honestly a fun game. I definitely play a lot of games, and even TV shows, a lot more than other people, because I have so much free time after not working for like, I guess like, what is it, 4 months? I don't know, one of those two. But it has been a while, so I just have a bunch of free time. Ooh, let's go. But, you know, I've been just relaxing, chilling. I wish I did start working more, because I have been broke. You know, that's not fun times. You know, that stuff happens. I had to worry about my mental state, because if I did work, I probably would be in a lot worse place than I was. But, you know, we're relaxing. Have I talked about my tarot readings? No, I talked about my spam, or my backup account. It was a good one. It was a good reading. There was a card that made me like really worried, I guess, per se. Not in the way of like it was a bad thing, but it was definitely a not the best one. But it did help me, you know, be more open-minded of it. Like, I need to look more into myself and see like if things are where it's supposed to be at, you know. I guess stuff like that, you know. But there's another card, which actually was a really good one. It told me that I was in the place that I needed to be at. You know, I was in the moment where my life has, you know, built up at from the past. You know, that was a very good, like, openness, I guess you could say. But after all that, it wasn't so bad. What was I gonna think? There was another card. It was saying, "Don't push things," and you know, with what I was trying to like communicate in my readings was my life, So I wanted to know if I was doing things right, or if I was, pushing boundaries that I probably shouldn't be pushing myself in. And it did, tell me like, hey, you do need to not push things. Like, things will happen and will like get bad, but it also has good things. And you just need to push yourself into a state of meditative state. You just need to be in a better mindset for whatever happens in the future. So build that up first before anything. And it's very hard for that because I've been so, what's the word to make it sound right? Not been so independent of myself. I've definitely had to depend on someone a lot. Let's not do that. And it's not just since I've grown, but it's how do I say this? It's been a life thing. So I've not said it been independent all my life, because I haven't, because I've always been dependent on my mom. And I don't know if I should say it's like a spoiled thing, because I know there's a lot of people that don't have that kind of like spoiledness to be spoiled by their parents or family, and so I am very spoiled with that. And I think I've gotten to the point where I'm getting too spoiled with it because I'm losing my sense of independence. And, even if it is a good thing to, like, say that I have a good, like, spoiledness, it's very bad for my life, because I can never truly know how to be independent because I'm so like dependent from other people in my life. Like, if I didn't have my mom with me, I have no idea what I would be doing, because I've been so dependent on her. So I don't know, it's a very good but bad situation for me. But I guess it's just something I have to, better myself with, not be so hung up on. But it is something very hard to accept. And maybe that's just because I'm overreading it, and, I definitely do overread things. But it just, peeped into my mind, like, I think having a job puts my own dependence back on. And, not feel so like I need to ask, because I don't ask my mom for money. And if I do, she'll try to, like, pay me back for things that I've paid for. Like, today she tried to pay for my fucking pizza, and I was like, no, I got it. Like, it does suck, not being able to support my family in my house. But, it's a good and bad thing at the same time, because I can't be in the mindset of I have to work, because I have a lot of things that I need to fix upon myself. And so, it's a very, very weird thing that I have to figure out. Which, my cards did tell me, like, you will figure it out soon. You just have to give it its time. Everything has its place and its time. You just gotta trust the process, I guess. Which, I am. But, I guess that's life, I guess. Can't really do anything about it. I mean, I can. I just have to take charge in it, which I haven't. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Let's talk about school, I guess. I mean, I haven't been the best at school. I have not been, how should I say this, going to school. which I do need to fix upon because I don't want my mom to worry that like I'm not getting my like schooling. I'm not getting my schooling. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely need to go to school. That I'm not getting my schooling because I'm not showing up, and I do need to fix that upon with myself. So we will. I need to figure that out first. Hold on. Alright, sorry. But, let's talk about last month, which was December. What happened? I can't really remember anything that happened in December. I guess it was the time I actually felt pretty normal, if that makes any sense. I wasn't really worrying about anything like I usually do. So I guess that was a good thing. What I mean by I guess, I mean that is a good thing, because I have been worrying about a lot. Not because it's whatever's happening's fault, it's more of a why am I worrying kind of fault, because I have no reason to. But honestly, last month I really wasn't worrying about anything. I kind of was able to, you know, have my own selfishness, I guess. And, you know, was very alone, which I do need because I have been focused on being on or with someone. And, you know, it's very hard to fix a, how do I say this word? To fix yourself when you're so dependent on someone. And when I mean dependent, I don't mean like I need to be them or be with them, need to know what they're doing every time. It's more of, sorry, that was weird. I didn't. I heard just the fucking. And when I mean by dependent on someone, I mean like just being there 24/7, and that stems from the fact that when most of my life I have done mostly with someone else in my life, and which it does kind of, you know, suck that I was always so worried about being with someone and being in a relationship with people that it ruined my own, you know, self-image with, you know, is it okay with being alone? Is it, you know, is it right to be alone? Like, I don't know, it's a weird question to ask myself. And so, you know, being so, you know, talking to someone 24/7, 24/7, like, in my past, that was what it was like. 24/7, I was talking to someone because I wasn't doing anything and they weren't doing anything. So we just, you know, talk for hours and hours and hours. It's a very weird thing, like, to put yourself away from that situation again. And, you know, figure out how to not feel like you need to talk to someone, like, 24/7. And, you know, that's something I'm trying to fix on, which I've done really well on. I do have my, I guess you would say, moments of weakness, but it's because I need to be a little more selfish. The start of this year was a struggle, because I had to figure out, should I be talking to people? Should I, you know, go back to the situation of going into another relationship or going to talking into a talking stage, you know? I was so like rushing it 100%, like 100%, and giving my all, you know, and not really looking into myself. But I also threw myself into my own, like, I guess my own little, like, depression, like, a sane asylum because I was going insane because I had, you know, a lot to fix on myself, but I wasn't worrying about it because I was like, you know what, I'll fix it another time. I don't have to worry about it. And, you know, it made it harder on me because I was self-doubting everyone else around me. And it made it harder on me to believe other people. And which is a terrible thing because there's a quote that I heard that if you're going to trust everyone with your bank account, why would you give them the keys? And what that means is you have a safe deposit, right? You can't give everyone the trust and the truth of everything 24/7 because you might as well just give them the keys to it. You gotta keep that stuff and you know, have that stuff safe. You can't just keep giving it around 100%. And so that quote really hit me throughout this year and last month because I had to figure out, was I ready with myself to be happy, I guess, if that's the question. But it wasn't happiness, it was, you know, am I in the right moment for it? Like, am I truly happy inside, or am I just lying to myself? But I was able to answer that question, actually. Like, truthfully, I am, like, utterly happy with myself. There's not, like, anything going wrong with my life. I'm living my happiest. I mean, I am broke, but, you know, who's to say who aren't? Like, a lot of people are broke, but they're all happy, right? So why am I so, you know, down in the slumps about, you know, feeling like not happy when I have everything going right in my life? And so last month I really looked into myself, like, you're doing good, Nico. Like, it's very cliche and very cheesy to say, like, that this year has been, or last year was my growth year, because it really was. And I'm so excited for this year because I'm going to, you know, be the best version that I can, you know, not for myself, not for other people, but just because I need to, because that's what I need to do, because I can't just, you know, live in the slumps anymore. I can't, and when I say live in the slumps, I mean in like the sad area of my life. Like, I'm done with it. Like, it's been a tough 8 years. Like, I've been surrounded by negative energy all my life. You know, and half of it wasn't my fault, but I took it upon myself to take care of that, like, to take actions like it. Like, it was my fault. When in reality, it wasn't. It was other people's fault. But I believed in myself that, you know, I was the one that was wrong. I was doing it all bad. You know, like, that's really fucked up, like, things to, like, say to yourself. Like, when other people's problems start to become your own, like, that's fucked. So, what I'm trying to say is, like, last month really showed me, like, I'm doing good. Like, I'm very happy with my life. I have nothing to complain about. There's so many things going well in my life, and there's so many things that, you know, I couldn't have, like, believed in myself. Like, I wouldn't expect myself to, you know, be able to talk to someone, like, in a, I guess, in a romantic way. Like, I didn't think I could. I thought, you know, that was going to be the last time I wasn't going to talk to someone else because, you know, that person really fucked me up mentally, you know. Like, there was a lot of not closure. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen to, like, them, me, and, you know, that sucked, you know, to not know. Like, I don't know, it's a very weird thing, I guess, but, you know, I was able to, you know, believe in myself that I was going to be happy again, and, you know, with that belief, it also, you know, grew me into, like, hey, like, look where you're at right now. So it gave me a lot of self-reflection and, you know, um, a lot of fixing in myself, which really helped me out. I feel like I'm just rambling on, which kind of is weird, but it's kind of therapeutic, to be honest. Which I do need to go see my therapist. Miss her. She was very fine. But, hold on. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Where was I at? Oh, um, but yeah, last month I really reflected on what happened this year. Like, it was such an insane year for me. Like, I couldn't really believe it. Like, I went through so much pain in such a little time and couldn't process my own feelings. And, you know, I only processed the bad ones. Like, I didn't, like, okay. So a lot of bad things happened this year. A lot. And, you know, with that, I didn't believe in the good stuff. So there was a lot of good things that happened, and one of them was to be able to like hang out with my family again. And even the circumstances were terrible to like, be in. Um, with my grandpa dying, and I went through a lot of doubt with it too. What? Sorry. I went with a lot of doubt with it because I wasn't close with my grandpa. I wasn't really close with any of my extended family, I guess. Um, which does suck. Um, at the time it was. But looking back, I was able to, be the strong person for my other cousins and my mom and my aunt, my sister. No, not my sister. No. But I was able to be strong for, the family that was mourning with my, my grandpa passing. And, but with that, I was able to, see my family again. I was able to see my cousins. I was able to see, my grandma, who thankfully is doing amazing right now. But I was living in such a sad area in my life where I did have to lie to a lot of my family who thought like, I was okay, there was a lot of things happening behind closed doors, and, I had to keep that smile because, who else is going to, help that out, No one really. But I was able to, you know, get the positives out last month of thinking about everything. Um, sorry, I'm trying to focus and not die. So, but, it's a very sour but sweet kind of feeling, I guess. Um, sorry. But I just was always looking at the bad side. But I was able to, reflect back on the good things that actually happened in my life, and really believe like I really went through like such a good like year with such bad experiences, and I was able to grow. Like truly, I grew the most that I like. It's very crazy to say the least that I grew in such a short but long amount of time. Um, and what I will say is that you know being in pain is so hard, and hiding that pain from literally everyone imaginable, even like the closest friends, family. I'm glad I was able to have such a good and blessed, amazing friends with me to help me out with that. With what I was going through, I had an amazing friend group. I had a amazing like family, to help me out when I actually needed to, grasp that out to them. Like, hey, I do need help. Like, I'm in such a terrible mental spot in my life. Like, I can't just not help myself, Like, I need to worry about myself. And so I had an amazing friend, Ronaldo, who really helped me out through, the toughest time that I would say was of all my years, right? Um, and, you know, saying that, I'm very blessed. Um, and I do try to like tell my friends like how blessed I am with them, and that I will never take them for granted because they are really the ones that helped me grow besides from myself. Um, but they, I'm, I'm eternally blessed. I was able to become closer with, friend group that I was already friends with, but I didn't have that. We were close friends. We were just, acquaintances, I guess you can say. But with that, I was able to grow closer with them throughout this year, and I I love it. Like they are such a great bundle of friends, and they're so amazing that I'm glad I can connect with them because I wouldn't know what I would do or who I would be or where my life would be at actually if I didn't like have them to clear me out from the negatives. Um, and another, I guess, big thing is, well, there's two things, okay? First off was the process of my own feelings and my selfishness. And I guess I think it could be three things, but I count it as one because they are the same thing in my mind. And, okay, so with my selfishness, I had to figure that out for myself because, being who I am, I'm a very non-selfish person. I like to, help other people out than myself because, I think they deserve, better treatment than, myself. And, that's a bad mental, thing to say to yourself because um, you need to be selfish in your life. No matter what you think, you really do need to be selfish for yourself. And, not because it'll help you out, because you're able to, think for yourself and help yourself out, but you're able to, push yourself, if you could say that. And this year I was very selfish. Um, I, in the past, were always focused on another person's feelings. I was focused on them being happy and not myself because what I am is nothing to them if they aren't happy, right? And, that's such a demeaning selfless thing to do to yourself. Like to say that you're nothing without a person is such a terrible thing to say. And that you don't have to worry about your own feelings because what does it matter? What the fuck? To say that stuff to yourself is very wrong. Like, you're basically saying that you should just not saying it in like a sad, like depressed way, but you should just be dead, And I'm not. I'm no. Like I had to stop that, and so I was able to be selfish this year. Um, and I'll correlate this or compare this again later because there was a turning point in my life, and that was talking to someone. Now I plead the fifth. I was talking to two different people this year, or was it? No, it was two. Um, Now, when I say that, I say it as, at first, it was, just friends. But I was looking for something different. But over time, I kind of, looked at it as they don't care for me. A bunch of times I said, they just, wanted to use me for their own benefit and that I was never going to be, anything more than that. Like, I wasn't going to be treated how I want to be treated. And that way, I kind of, I guess, was very demeaning on other people's feelings because I was just focusing on myself. And I had to figure the balance of my own selfishness and other people's feelings. And there is this person that did change the way I thought about, how relationships should be and how I should be seeing myself. And not saying that I'm dependent on this person, because I'm not, because they are something beyond that I can, comprehend, I guess, because they're such a different being, or different mindset, but such a similar, way of thinking for me. And this person, they are very amazing. That's to say the least. It's very hard to say that because, I do want to put it out in the universe, but I also, want to have that free will of other people, if that makes any sense. I don't believe that, me saying whatever in, the universe is going to happen, but I am saying, I want it to be a natural thing, because if it's not natural, what's the point of it, right? But with the person that I was talking to, I don't know, it's a very weird thing, but I appreciate the whole situation of it, because it's such a different thing. With the person, what happened was, it was going very, I guess, roller coaster. It was very good for a while, and then it kind of, not plunged down, but it definitely went a lot lower, because, there's a lot of, there's two sides of every story, and, I was only focusing on one, which is mine, and I didn't really hear this person out, right? And so I had to look into myself and hey, you know what? Have you heard this person out? Have you actually worried about what this person thinks? And so, I wanted to hear the person out, so I kind of, let them. I wanted to know what they really thought about, me and, their life and situations like that, right? And one thing is I was being very difficult, and that is a problem on my part, because I'm, so scared of being hurt, and they were also, worrying about their own happiness and peace, right? Which I was also going through the same path of that, and they didn't want to text, and as someone who is very not focused, but likes texting the person that they are wanting to talk to, I had to say to myself, let the person let them go, but I also had to say to myself, I should just go. And I did say that. I said that to the person, I'll go, because I wanted to make it easier on you. And with that as another side of the story, which was when I said that I was going to go because I wanted to help them out, I was blocking my own feelings. And I told myself that I wasn't going to do that. I should be more selfish, and I wasn't. I was doing the opposite of that, actually, when I told them that I was just going to. So I told them that I didn't want to lose them. I didn't want to lose what, connection we had. I didn't want to lose anything of that sort, right? So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I told that person, I'm sorry, I said, all right. I told that person, no, I'm going to be selfish for this time. Not because it's for, this relationship, just for me, because I need to be selfish, I've been so non-selfish to myself that I've lost the side of my own feelings. But I know for this one fact is that I need to be selfish for myself. And so I did. I acted selfish, and it helped me grow, and it helped me grow, not grow. It helped me grow because I looked into myself, and I was fed up with myself, putting a limitation on myself because I thought that my feelings were less than sufficient than hers. And so I stopped that. I put myself first because I wanted to I wanted to worry about my feelings because my feelings matters just as much as any other person's. So I did, and it has been, if not the greatest decision I've done in my life. Not because it was bad, not because anything is going good and anything like that, but it was because I was able to, be selfish for myself, which was for the first time in a long time that I was able to. Something like that. But for the first time in actually ever, I was able to be selfish. And I can't be grateful for what I said that day, because that really made me so much of a better person that I thought I was ever going to be. But sorry about that rambling. I really shouldn't have rambled that long. But it's a very self-reflecting moment in myself, which I need to appreciate that. I need to appreciate, like, I've done so much to grow that I need to let, I guess, people know. There's nothing wrong with saying that you've done better in your life. There's nothing wrong with saying that. And I've put myself down so much that I've started to believe that I shouldn't be happy about that, but I am. I really am. I truly am. And last year was such a crazy time, to believe. Like, I went through a lot, but I made it out. Like, here I am, playing my video game, talking about my feelings. I also have, I guess it was this code of like not secrecy, but being private. But I mean, it's my life too. Like, why can't I be more open about my life? I mean, it is my life too. Like, it's not just one person. So last month I was very open about what happened last year, and things happened. A lot of people know what happened throughout my last year, and can't really say anything. I mean, what happened, and can't change anything. It made me grow. I'm better. I'm living, so nothing to complain about. Sorry, I'm really trying not to die right now. I don't know if I talked about the premise of this whole game, because I know I was just rambling on the whole time. But the whole premise of this game is a wave-based game, obviously. You guys have already been watching. But it's a wave-based game. And over time, the game gets harder. If you look at the top right, it says ha 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 ha. And it gets harder the longer you play. And I think the longest was 3 hours for me. 2 hours? I don't know, something long for some reason. Sorry, I'm pausing right now. Hold on. I'm gonna pause again. But it was... But, with, this game, I think it was like 2 hours that I played it like for a long time, and I think it was because I was obsessed with it. Because one thing that I can say, in the, like, year, like happiness, I guess, is that once someone puts me on something, I will watch the complete end to it. And it depends if I like it or if I like, just want to see. With this game, my friend recommended it, and I played it, and I loved it. Like this, it's such a different, game that I've never played, and it had such a cool premise to it that made me kind of like enjoy wanting to play more of it. So I did, and here I am playing the game at almost an hour, talking about anything. I kind of like this. I think I'm gonna do more of this. Oh, I think I'm gonna go. But I guess that's that. I mean, that's pretty much the whole game. Honestly, you get a bunch of power-ups. Yeah, you get a bunch of power-ups, and you just keep playing over time, and it's pretty much all it is, honestly. But I love the game. I think more games should be this fun. This is crazy. But I got an achievement. I'll take it. Fuck it. Hold on, I'm gonna play my stream right now. Okay, there's no viewers. I'll take it as a good thing, because I actually don't want people to watch. But holy shit. What's this second thing? I actually can't find this. Oh, you didn't know. I'm playing it super close right now. What? Dude, what is that? Dude, like, I just don't understand that word. Whatever. I got that thing. Whatever. Well, guess that ruins the whole thing. Tough. Wow, I really fucked that up. But I did get a new, what do you call it? Got a new, power-up, I guess. So I'll take what I got. talk about now? Um, hmm. Oh, let's talk about job. My jobs that I'm trying to go to. So, what I'm trying to look for is anything that pays better than 12, optimally 15. Why 15? Um, I don't know why. I just feel like most jobs are doing 15 now. I mean, even fast food jobs, like where I was working at Cane's, did 15. And that was before I left. Or that was after I left, which is stupid. Like, they couldn't do that before. I would have totally stayed if I was getting 15 an hour. But no, they fucking... Sorry, it's not family friendly. They did a 15 once I left. Like, what? Like, come on now. But, you know, can't do anything about it. I'm not working there again because that fucking stress of the whole thing fucking sucked. Equipment didn't work. Fucking people were insane. I saw some crazy shit when I was there. Like, alright, let me... Story time. So, one time, I was taking an order, and we'll say this lady was taking her order correctly. And let's just say when I look, so when I'm doing orders, you're usually standing up outside, and you know you take their orders by the car, and you say hi, welcome to Cane's, and you know what can I get for your order, and then you tell them their order, or they already know it, and you just tell them. And so you're just looking over their car, or you're looking at their window, and so you're talking to them. And I was talking to this girl, and you know, pretty normal. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of girls, a lot of guys ordering food. But this girl in particular, I was taking her order, and you know, I looked. You know, you just look at people's cars. You know, when you're looking at them, what did they do? Like you try to guess things out. And I was looking at this girl's car, and you know, I looked by the passenger seat right at the bottom. You know, I look at the passenger seat. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, it's a pretty nice car. And I look at the bottom, and all I see is a dildo. It's a black dildo. And I'm like, ain't no way. So, I saw dildo while, you know, it was, we'll say it was recently bought and used, I guess. I saw a lot of things when I was there. But yeah, that's one of the things that I can vividly remember, which was definitely weird. Would not recommend. But yeah, I didn't say anything to anyone. I mean, I've told everyone after I left Cane's, but I didn't say anything when I was there. Like, what the fuck? I didn't tell any of my coworkers until I left. Oops. But it was pretty funny. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Just like that? You don't show it off? Can't even, like, hide it for a second? Nope. Just straight out there. It's kind of weird. But, you know, people are weird. People are definitely weird. There's this one customer, I think he was a blind man. I don't know if he was homeless or if he was, like, unemployed, something? I don't know. I could never know. But he was blind. He's such a nice man. Like, he always, you know, I always gave him his time to, like, order his food. I tried not to be rude to him because, you know, I wasn't going to. And he was such a nice person. I always try to talk to him, but he wasn't a talking person. He kind of just ordered his food, walked away, and then he would use the bathroom occasionally. And, you know, he would just, you know, do his own thing. You know? I respect that. I respect that, man. But, anyways. It's not really much anything else, I guess. Can't really think of anything right now. Well, since no one's watching, I do want to talk about, you know, the person that I have been talking to. They're in this person. They are definitely different from what I am. they are very different, like very independent, very, you know, self-loving to themselves, or at least on the path to trying so, and will do anything to protect their like happiness. And um, this person, I guess it's not like I was giving them a chance, but I was, I wanted this. I thought they were cute, and I tried to ask my friends around, like, they knew the person or anything like that. Um, and surprisingly, some did. And a turn of events, they did help. When we were doing, I was in, I was doing my student council stuff, and we were doing things for posters. Pretty sure. I can't remember. Was it posters? I don't remember, but we were at school late. It was posters. It was posters. And she was invited, which was great because I got closer. Oh, it was homecoming too. It was homecoming. She helped with homecoming too. Not as much, as the non-counselor person, because they weren't. They were a different part of this whole thing. But they did help, and she, caught my eye that day. I don't know if it was because, I don't know. I really can't tell you like why she caught my eye. It was because it was just someone different, and I was like, alright, I've never seen this person. But this person, when talking to this person, they are very, how should I say this? Like, glowing when they talk. Like, when I look at them and I'm talking to them, it's not boring at all. Like, I'm genuinely, like, paying attention to every word they're talking about. I want to know everything. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm, like, hiccuping. I, like, want to know everything that they're, thinking of, and I just, like talking to them. I like listening to them. And, we have, like, since then, we have FaceTime before. I did get her Instagram, by looking it up, because I'm a stalker by heart. But I did look up, their Instagram, and, I got a hold of it. And I did take a video, and it's not because I was planning it, but I did take a video of my friends, and I had her in the video so I could, like, send it to her, I guess, to make it, like, less weird. And I was like, so I sent her a video like, hey, I don't know if you wanted this, but here you go. And it was just a weird, funny video, I guess I was making with my friends. It was also a video. There was a video of our school bathrooms, and I don't know if anyone's ever seen like school bathrooms, but they're fucking nasty. And because we was after school, these bathrooms were hideous. And so I sent her that one too. I said if she wanted it, and so she did. But anyways, I keep saying a lot. I need to stop. I need to fix that up. But I'm always so close to saying I really do stop. But I did send her the video of the school bathrooms, which was very weird to say the least. But fuck it. But when I sent it to her, I wasn't expecting much. Like I thought this person was way out of my league. Like I was like, no, like hell no. Like there's no way. Like if I did, it would be like one of those like situations like from a movie, like like the pretty girl getting with the ugly guy, whatever. But I don't think of myself as ugly. I count myself as like a moderate, like looking person. Like I've seen uglier, like honestly. But when I was texting that person, there's a sort of like feeling of wonder. Like at first I was like, what is this person like? Like are they the same as like when I was talking to them like at school, or are like they different? And to say the least, they are basically the same, which is very nice. They are not stuck up like other people I've, talked to. They're also not as, how do I say, confused with themselves. Like, they do have their own, like, situations with themselves, like, they have to figure out. But they're not, how do I say, bisexual or gay. Because, you'd be surprised. But anyways, I was, you know, maybe it's just because it's a different situation and, things are different with this person. But talking to this person and, at first feeling weirded out, like, was I just trying to, like, hit her up, or was I just trying to, you know, just be friends? But over time, we kind of talked more, and I, did little things like say she looked good in, like, photos, like, um, like I gave her, like, hard eyes on Instagram and things like that. I, I followed her on my, spam account on my Instagram. Not that it's private or anything, like, anyone can go on it. It's literally on my caption. But, I followed her on that, and I said, like, if she had one. And then, like, I followed hers, because, she, like, told me that she had one, so I was like, alright, cool. So I, like, tried to, follow hers. And, surprisingly, she, like, followed me back. And so, I followed her back, definitely stalked her page a little bit, wanted to see what she was talking about on there. Not thinking like she's talking about other guys, because it didn't matter, but, I was that person, like, wanting to see what it was like over there. But, it was very funny at the moment to think about that stuff. Like thinking about it now, like, it's very weird, but at the time, there's nothing to it. It was very, like, innocent, I guess? I don't know. I've never really felt, like, how do I say this? I've never felt normal? No, that's not the word. I've never felt happiness while texting a person, like, not having any, like, doubts, I guess. And, when I was talking to her, over time while we kept texting, I, told her that I did like her, and obviously, things can be one-sided and you might be blind to it, so I always said, fuck it, I'll tell her. So I did, and surprisingly, she said she liked me back, which, I guess it's not surprising, because, think about it now, like, she added me on her spam, and she, like, liked my photos. Sorry, I got very distracted. I don't know, I was just, I guess, being delusional, I guess. Not delusional. I was just, thinking that you were just trying to be friends. And, I did have this part of me, like, a long time ago, where I thought, like, most girls were, like, into me. Cocky as fuck as it sounds, but I was an ugly kid. But I was not ugly, if that makes sense. But, anyways. Yeah, I just thought they were just trying to be friends. But after that, I told her how I felt, and she told me how she felt, It opened a new side of me, because I wasn't talking to a person where I was having doubts. And I told her that I didn't want anything fast, and she told me firsthand, too, that she didn't want anything quick. She wanted to, have something normal, I guess. She wanted to figure herself out. And, made complete sense. There's nothing wrong with her saying that. So I didn't push it any more than that. We were talking, like, like, just regular talking, even though we've said out our feelings. But, I didn't ever rush anything with this person. Never wanted to. But, there was this, there was a moment when we were talking, and I have no idea if this person remembers it, but I remember it very vividly and clearly. There was this moment where we were talking together, and it was the first time she knocked out on FaceTime with me. And the thing is, she's always hyped herself up, saying she's never done that. Like, she thinks it's so weird and cringy. And we were having a great time. We were talking, like just having a fun time. Not anything like romantically or anything like that. We were just like talking as friends, enjoying each other's time. And I stayed up, being the few times that I actually can't stay up. I stayed up, and I look down at my phone and I see her knocked out completely. She's like slumped down, like on her bed. The camera's surprisingly still being up. Like she does not move when she's sleeping, like at all. Like she sits in the same spot. Like I was very surprised. But she knocked out, and I guess it's creepy to say it, but I did take a photo because I wanted to show her like she knocked out on me. And I did keep that on FaceTime until, the next morning. But she ended the FaceTime, I'm pretty sure, because I remember knocking out and, not seeing her on FaceTime. But she, the next time we FaceTimed each other, she asked, she was like, "You really let me sleep on FaceTime?" I was like, "I didn't let you do anything." What the f is that? Sorry, I was like, what is that? It's so loud. I was like, I didn't let you go to sleep on FaceTime. You let yourself sleep. I was just, sitting there trying to play my game. But it was very funny because, I've never talked to someone at that point, on FaceTime to sleep at the same time. Not at the same time, but, just to, like, see someone sleep in a long time. And so it was very como se dice, cute to see her get angry and flustered about it. Not really flustered, but more angry about it because she really was upset about it. But it was just funny at the moment, and it was the moment of like, if this person, like, whatever happens, things change, people change, and you can't really do anything about it except just accepting it, right? And so I did. And when we were FaceTiming, I woke up in such a good mood and such a good, like, happy, like, moment where I didn't really think about like what was gonna happen between us. I just enjoyed what was happening. Sorry, I'm trying to like read everything still. But the moment when, that happened, it made me really happy. Like, I have no idea how to explain it in words, on like how or why it did, but it made me like this person so much more than I like thought I did. Maybe it's because this person is like, I guess, not dream person, but they're somewhat of what I've been looking for in my life. And so when I did, when that moment happened, I was genuinely super happy about it. And I'll never forget that moment with when that happened, because I definitely fell very hard for this person. And saying this at this point right now is very early on, because we're not even anything more than just liking each other and talking to each other, I guess. But I really do like this person, and if things don't happen, that's perfectly normal, that's fine. But I will enjoy those moments a lot, because I will think about that moment a lot. Because it was that one moment where I could see myself looking at her. I don't know how to explain it to sound not weird, but I was just looking at her on FaceTime, watching her her knocked out, her she's slumped, she's knocked out, and I was just looking at her just to I could see myself silently. It was looking like I was looking behind me, if that makes any sense. I was looking at myself from a third person, and I'll never forget that moment, because it made me that 1 second was literally half a second or a second, but I was happy, if that makes sense. But yeah, there was also another moment when we were texting. We were very open with each other at that point, but we were becoming more honest with each other as well, and we weren't trying to lie to each other about how we were feeling and how we felt things were going and if things needed to change. And it wasn't anything we were doing bad to each other. It was should we keep it going if something bad does happen, if one of us either loses feelings, or one feels overbearing with all these feelings. Should we I don't know, just let it be? We were just trying to figure it out, right? And as being anything, we talked it out, and there was this moment when we were talking. I can't say the exact words, but I'm forgetting the whole moment now. No, I'm so lying. Okay, there was this moment. I have a lot of moments with this person, and that says a lot. But we were talking. We were talking about a bunch of things. We were sending each other TikToks, and we were talking about other things I don't know. I don't remember, but we were talking about a lot of things. But we were sending these TikToks to each other, and we went back and forth, and there was a few TikToks that I didn't want to send her, because I was this is too early. You don't really want to know this stuff. You said it before, and I don't want you to think that you don't want to know. But she said that she wanted to know, so I sent her I sent her the TikToks, and she sent me some back with I guess the same energy. And when I say I guess, it was the same energy. It really was. And so she sent me the TikToks, right? And she sent me these TikToks, and there was this moment, and she sent me a photo of herself, because I sent this TikTok about it was something about this girl saying that she wanted, if the person isn't throwing up or crying into her pillow, or she sent it to me, and she was if your girl isn't throwing her head against a pillow, she don't like you. And then she sent me this photo of her saying that her hand on the pillow. She's me with my head on my pillow right now. And it was so it was so adorable at that moment. I truly had no self-doubt in it. This is how she really felt about me. There wasn't anything she was lying about the whole thing. I wasn't thinking about all that negative shit for no reason. Like, I really and truly thought, like, this girl really likes me. Like, I think, like, I made a good decision. Like, not like she's a decision, it's I made a good choice. Like, there's very few moments in my life where I could say I made a good choice with a person, because a lot of people have fucked me over with that. But this person, she brings the whole world differently. And not because of her, but the way she acts and the way she like handles herself. And there's very few moments and few people that I actually like tell my family about. I've told my brother about this person. I've told my mom about this person. And this is one of the few people my mom has actually like liked, that I've actually like, I guess, talking to. Um, sorry, I'm getting very distracted with my own thoughts. Um, but she's one of the few people that I've actually talked to my family about. And the most important person that I do want, like, people to, you know, the most important person that I want someone to know is my mom. And there was this time when we were first talking. It was like maybe like the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Um, we started FaceTiming, and we were talking. I was on my bed, and she was on FaceTime, and we were. My mom comes through, and she like sits in my bed, and she's asking me what do I want for dinner or something like that. And you know, we were talking, and then my mom's like, I can't figure out which we guys want or what we want. So I was like, I don't know. So I was playing my game, and then I had her set up like next to my um, next to my TV, and all I hear is this noise from my mom's phone, and I didn't think of anything of it. And then she said, um, the person I'm talking to, she said to my mom, she's like, "Was that or not Clash Royale? Is that Candy Crush?" And then my mom's like, "Wow, here to rat me out." And I I could hear in my mom's voice that she was like so not embarrassed, but she was like, "Really? You're just gonna rat me out like that?" It's so like it was so funny at the moment. Like I didn't ever think that my mom would ever like someone like that I've been talking to, because my mom is very not judgmental, but she's very like hard on people because they don't want her baby to get hurt, right? And when I was trying to figure out like if I like this person, not that I was having doubts in myself, but it was like, do I like this person because I like them, or is it do I like this person because of their feelings? And at that moment when that happened, I really like said to myself like, I really want to be with this person, because my mom like got embarrassed and she was like laughing about it, because you know that's just it was so funny at the moment. um it was 2 hours, see, 60, 120, yeah, about 2 hours. um but she was laughing about it, and she was like, she really like ratted me out like that. And it was just super funny about it. And that's when the moment I knew like I really like this person, because not because I was able to, because my mom liked her, but because of I've died more to. Really? I thought I died more to those fucking. No way. Hold on. No, I died of mushrooms more. But my mom was just having like such a happy, like, I guess not happy day, but she was just she was happy for me, and I was happy that my mom was happy for me because there's very few moments where I'm able to, tell my mom about things and her like helping me out, but also like accepting a person. And so this person like changed the way I thought, like how I should feel, I guess. And my mom. I don't know why I keep talking to like my mom. I'm already done with the story. Um, but when that moment happened, it made me realize that I do like this person and that I want to continue this person to be, the one I want to talk to. And I want to put in the effort again to this person. And, is that a good way for me? Is that something I should do? But I wanted to. I wanted to take the chance and the risk of it, I guess. And I wanted to, enjoy it. I want to grow on it. And so if anything happens with this person, if it does or doesn't, I just wanted to know, I just wanted them to know that I enjoyed them. I enjoyed their time. I enjoyed the laughs we had, even if it was just a little bit. I enjoyed so much of it, more than I thought I could have. Um, I'm smiling right now talking about it. Um, but I'm very excited for what comes in this way, and I'm very excited for you for whatever happens later. Um, if that's with me, if that's with someone else, if that's by yourself, it doesn't matter. I'm very excited for both of us, and I just want to put in the effort that this person deserves because they deserve so much. Wow, tough. Wow. All right. Well, I think that's enough for me. How long? It's an hour. I really don't want to keep playing. I think that's enough for today, guys. Um, I'll do another night talks, I guess. It'll be a different game, probably. Maybe it'll be a new game. Um, but thanks for watching. You guys stay safe, get some sleep, don't stay up late.